The indoor track and field season is well underway, and by now, almost any athlete with a legitimate shot at showing up to the NCAA championship meet has put down at least one race. Parker Valby and Graham Blanks kicked things off in style, breaking collegiate records just a few weeks after winning cross-country national championships. But sprinters have a bit of a weird relationship with indoor track, because just about every event they run is basically a bootleg version of whatever they would do outdoors. And I'm saying that from experience because I was a collegiate sprinter. The 60-meter dash is so ridiculous that it's the only event in track and field where you literally run into a wall at the end of the event because there's not enough real estate for you to slow down. But don't get it twisted. The 60 actually matters because Julian Alfred dominated that event, breaking her own collegiate record over and over and over again before becoming a world championship finalist in the 100-meter dash. And right now, tied for the fastest woman in all of college is Alyssa Colbert of Texas Tech University. And if you don't recognize Alyssa, there's a reason for that, because she just arrived at Texas Tech this season. But she is not a freshman. She's actually far from it. And she only just became a Red Raider because she got there via the transfer portal. And I am aware that she is not the favorite to win anything at the NCAA championship meet. At least, not yet. Because the truth is that Alyssa Colbert was never really supposed to be this fast. Which is why Texas Tech didn't care to recruit her 2 years ago. But since that time, she's been winning a whole bunch of races in D1. And honestly, we just weren't paying attention. If she can keep this up, she can not only do damage at the NCAA championship meet, but she can embarrass just about every high-level program who passed up on recruiting her not just once, but twice. And this is why. And if anything that I say actually connects with you, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe. But if I don't, just let me know in the comments section, because I'll try to read them all. First things first, Alyssa Colbert has been in Division I for a while now, but most people still have no idea who she is. She actually transferred to Texas Tech from Northern Arizona University, and there is a real reason why she ended up there and not at any of the schools in the super conferences to start her career. At the high school level, Alyssa Colbert would have rated as a 3-star recruit on SCArecruiting.com while she was still a freshman in high school. That's actually really good, but she didn't improve a whole lot on the clock after that. She didn't even win a state championship individually out in Arizona, and her junior year high school season was in 2020. And we all know what happened back then. So as a senior, she did run the JIT PRs to become a high 3-star recruit. But the Arizona Wildcats likely didn't want her that much. And Arizona State probably wasn't that interested either. So Alyssa chose Northern Arizona University in the Big Sky Conference, which is actually in Division I, to continue her career. And if you didn't know, allow me to fill you in. The Northern Arizona University Lumberjacks, yes, that is their mascot, are actually one of the best track and field programs in all of D1. But the reason for that is because of their distance program. Between the men's and women's sides, they might be the best cross-country program, top to bottom, in the past decade. Their men won a whole bunch of national titles in that time frame, and their women just lost the NCAA championship to Caitlin Toohey and NC State by only 1 point. I'm sure they still believe that title was supposed to be theirs. They run away with the Big Sky Conference title almost every year now as well. But remember, their distance program is primarily the reason for it. So if you're not going to end up at a power conference program, choosing Northern Arizona University was just about the best choice Alyssa could make. The moment she got to college, she proved all the top schools wrong. She ran 7:32 in the 60-meter dash out the gate, and then followed that up by sweeping the indoor conference championship meet in the sprints between the 60 and the 200 meter. That is hard to do, regardless of what conference you're in. And she was a freshman. So the only way she could outdo herself was to do it all again when she got outdoors. So she swept the 100 and the 200 and then qualified for the West Regional Championship meet. She didn't actually make the NCAAs, but in one season, a 3-star recruit had already proven that all those top schools who passed up on her had made a big mistake when they ignored her. So it should be no surprise that as a sophomore, Alyssa did what she does. She swept the sprints again indoors and won the Big Sky in the 100 outdoors. The only thing that was a surprise is that she got beat by her teammate in the 200-meter final for the conference. Of course, she made it back to the regional meet, but this time, she took care of business when she got there. So she showed up to the NCAA championship meet in the 100-meter dash. But I'm sure you probably never even noticed because she didn't make the final. She actually lost to her future teammate, Rosemary Chukwuma of Texas Tech in the prelims. Which brings us to what just happened, because Alyssa Colbert clearly never returned to Northern Arizona. She entered the transfer portal, and this season, she came back as a Red Raider. So when she went out in her first meet of the indoor season and ran 7.19 seconds, which would have been the collegiate leader right now if it wasn't for the altitude, it became official. Alyssa Colbert is not only one of the fastest women in college right now, she is also a legitimate threat to win in any meet she enters from here on out. I don't know what the future of Alyssa Colbert's career will look like. All I have are the receipts for everything she's done to this point. Alyssa Colbert was a sprinter who came to high school ready to dominate, and honestly, underachieved a bit for whatever was left of that career. She was likely overlooked as a recruit as a result, but ended up anyway in one of the best possible landing spots for just about anyone in her position. She then ran the table in the Big Sky Conference, practically sweeping the sprints for 2 straight seasons indoors and outdoors. And she proved that recruitment rankings might mean something on signing day, but they clearly don't mean anything after the gun goes off in college. And the transfer portal actually gave every other school a chance to make up for passing up on her the first time. But she chose Texas Tech because from where she was sitting, they were evidently the best option. So now everyone knows that she belongs not only in their uniform, but in the national championship conversation. And if you are a major program that doesn't have her on your team, you've only got yourself to blame because she gave you a chance to recruit her and all of her talent more than once. SCA track and field gear is here. Fast is a lifestyle, and what you wear should reflect that. Order yours at scarecruiting.com/shop or use the link in the description below. It's a huge support to me and this channel, so I can continue to make you more content like this. And remember, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe.